Bloody well in the car. How are you, lads? I'm going to make a video every day this month as an experiment, just to see what happens. I promise you, quality will not suffer, but you may beg to differ. It's Sunday morning. It's a Sunday morning in August. And because I'm making a video every day this month, it's the 2nd of August. I made a video yesterday. And that video was about Thais telling us how to speak our own language. By the way, I have an Italian neighbour, and we just discussed the Italian students' behaviour and the Thais' reaction to the Italian students' behaviour, and he agrees with me. It was blown out of all proportion, the whole bloody thing. I mean, he did say, and this come from an Italian, that if a Farang had pointed a camera at a Thai and asked the Thai to be quiet or to correct the Thai in any way, what do you think would happen? Anyway, that's not what this video is about. This video is about a day in the life, a Sunday, the day that I hate most of the week. I hate Sundays because we have to leave here, Pontutini, and go back to Bangkok. Pack up the car, all the washing, because she does the washing up here. Drive back down, unload the car, make the bed or dress the bed, depending on what part of Ireland you're from. Make the bed and get back into our life in a dog box. This is paradise for me. I can breathe, I can walk, I can talk, I can go, I can do. In Bangkok, living in a 32 square metre apartment is a pain in the hole. It is. It's a pain in the hole compared to this place. Anyway, I am being dispatched to 7-Eleven to buy some cooking oil. I don't really care. I just like the freedom of here and getting out and about. And to those of you who are wondering about my alcoholism, I'm not an alcoholic, by the way, but I mean, alcoholism as a term of convenience. I drink alcohol, so therefore I have a liking for alcohol. Last night I drank 5 cans of beer. Yesterday afternoon, and I'd finished by 7 o'clock. And then I started drinking milk because I prefer milk. And today I would love, if we were staying here today, I would love to have a beer just now. Beautiful hot sunny day. I would just love to down an ice cold can of Tawandang beer. But that's not on the cards because we have to drive back to Bangkok, and I would never do what Thais do. And they do this. They drink and drive. I don't. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. See, I do YouTube to keep my head above water. Some of you may know that, some of you may not. And it's a wonderful hobby to have. I'd be lost without it, and I'd be lost without you. You guys are my friends. Honestly, you're my friends. You are the people that keep me motivated. I can't wait to retire. I just can't wait to retire and have my state pension deposited in my bank account. But that's 4 years from now. So even though I feel like I'm getting older than my years, I'm older than my years, I want to fast forward. I want to put my feet up. I've reached a stage of exhaustion in terms of life. Imagine if I was back home in Ireland, I'd still probably be in a job. I had a very good job when I was in Ireland, a very, very good job. And I'd still be doing it probably now. Getting up every morning or whatever it is, 7 o'clock, commuting into work. Here's a car coming. Commuting into work and doing all that stuff. 5 days a week. Coming home, watching TV. Having your dinner, watching TV and going to bed. God, I'm glad I'm out of that. I'm so glad I'm out of that. But I'm on subsistence living at the moment. That's what I'm on. I'm on subsistence living. I'm living off me wits. And it keeps you on your toes. And you can never relax. That's the thing. I can never relax in Thailand for lots of reasons. I'm going in to get her cooking oil before she goes crazy. I haven't taken the filter off the camera. I bought a new filter. It's wonderful. I can adjust it for both interior and exterior use. Although it's probably a little bit dark. Anyway, cooking oil, I'm in the wrong place, but I do want something. By the way, this is it. This is our local 7-Eleven. This is the one that doesn't sell alcohol. They haven't got a license. What's this? Fresh cow milk. Fresh cow's milk. That really annoys me about when Thais translate into English, because they've got no plurals in their language. They always translate into the singular. Fresh cow milk. It's cow's milk. God, I would drink that, but I want something lighter. And let me get her cooking oil. 1 second. Yeah, there's any amount of it here, look. The Thais love their cooking oil. Look. You've got coconut oil, extra something, canola oil, sunflower. Not too sure it's printed in Thai. Look, as unhealthy as you'd want it to be, just get her this, and I get myself something to drink. That's what I'll do. Okay, ice cold Coke on the back of my throat, singing "Hello Summertime." Gotta get done for copyright, you know. Thank you. That's it now. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Do you know 7-Eleven staff in Thailand are amongst the most professional, well-trained, polite, intelligent, educated, wonderful staff you'll ever meet anywhere. They really are. All the things I say about Thais, you know, things that annoy me about Thailand, you'll never tire of the professionalism and courtesy of 7-Eleven staff, or just customer service in general. By the way, I left the keys in the car while I was in there with the aircon on. That's another thing about Thailand, as I said it before, it's a trusting society. There are exceptions, obviously, but generally speaking, you can leave your keys in the car with the motor running, and that's what I've done. Anyway, back to her with her cooking oil. Oh dear God, what's he looking at? You know, dear God. Whoa, it's so beautiful in here. Oh fuck. So it's so beautiful in here. Ups a daisy. Don't worry, I'm not going to drive and record, and I am going to wear my seatbelt. Or will I? I will. It's on. Do you know what happened the other week? I'll tell you what happened, and this is all part of this video about life. We were in this car, and ourselves and Harry were in the back, and both of them were unrestrained. They weren't wearing seatbelts, and I had to brake all of a sudden. The typical Thailand, when you're on any main road here, they just brake all of a sudden, and I was at a reasonable distance from the car in front. I didn't come anywhere next or near him, but I applied my brakes all of a sudden, and Harry shot forward in between the two seats here, and he hurt himself, and she went crazy, and she said to Harry, "Daddy doesn't know how to drive. Why did you do that? Why did you put the brakes on?" I says, why didn't you insist on Harry putting a seatbelt on? And she said, "That's not the point." Well, she didn't say that's not the point, but she said the equivalent in Thai. She said, "We're only going a short distance." That's what she said. "We're only going a short distance." I mean, there's a mentality you got to deal with. That's mentality. That's Thai mentality. Oh dear God! I swear to God, I'm not going to get angry. I'm not. Today is going to be bad enough going back to Bangkok without getting angry. Back with the oil. God, I don't want to go back to Bangkok. God, I don't want to go back to Bangkok. I just don't. The amount of space we have here, the freedom. You see, she has to work there. Harry has to go to school there, but I don't. God damn. I hate Sundays. Here's the oil. There's the oil meal. Oh, there, you see, it's up to her when we go back. It usually takes an hour and a half to get there. And you see, that was the root of my drinking. I couldn't face the thought. Oh, I wouldn't say I couldn't face the thought. I didn't want to go. I never wanted to go back to Bangkok. And going from this to a 32 square metre apartment with 3 people. God, there's no... You know, it's getting to me now. It's beginning to get... When I stopped... When I was drinking, you know, I was drinking and I was managing that situation with the drink. But now I'm not drinking. That's the thing that really gets to me. God. Doing something I just don't want to do. This is one of the problems about being married. I'll be specific. Being married in Thailand. You surrender your freedom. That's it. You just surrender your freedom. I know when you get married you surrender your freedom to a degree anyway, but you just surrender your freedom here. This is her house. We play by her rules. It's her life and I'm an accessory to her life. That's basically what it is. A willing accessory. Because look where I am. Oh dear God. There's a pain in the hole, lads. Oh dear God. It's later. It's much later. And we're heading back to Bangkok. It's just gone for 3:05. So we should realistically, if we start driving, it'll take a little while for me to pack up all my stuff. This is me man cave here. Realistically, if we leave here at 3:30, we should be getting into Bangkok, into the condo at 5. And I can't guarantee the fact that I won't drink beer. I just can't. I can't. I don't want to go. This is my, look, if you're interested, I'll organise this so it won't fall out. This is my mobile YouTube. There it is there. I put the camera that we're on now into this and everything just clicks together wonderfully. So you're wonderful. You really are. You helped me out and buy me a coffee, lads. Thank you so much. There you are. And if you want to help me out, you can scan the QR code or click the link below. She's calling me. Okay. You can do all that, lads, because it really does help. We will reconvene when we get to Bangkok because she's calling me now. Don't go away. Don't go. And listen, lads, thanks again. Thanks again for your support. God, we're back. Back in Bangkok. And guess what? I was so thirsty on the way down. I had some, she's terrible for buying potato chips and stuff like that. So she bought these spicy, cheesy things and she threw them she was sitting in the back with Harry. She threw them into the front seat. And, of course I was eating them. So you see, I was so thirsty. I got home. I opened the fridge and there's the gin staring at me right in the face. Ice cold with some ice cold lemon soda. And the freezer compartment full of the most inviting blocks of ice. So you know what I did? I had some ice water instead. Honestly, I just lost the goo. I had some beers last night. I said I had 5 cans, I only had 4. I forgot coming down when I came down and I unloaded the fridge. There was 1 can in the fridge, so I only had 4 cans last night. And that's all I want to have. I just want now to assimilate back to my life in Bangkok, knowing that I don't want to be here. I really don't. This is a sanatorium. Just like with the Italians on the metro, this place has its rules. You can't raise your voice. You can't drink alcohol anywhere on the premises unless you're in your own condo. You can't eat or drink anything in the gymnasium, even though there's a common seating area there, but people ignore that. But you definitely can't drink alcohol in there because they stop you. So this place is full of bloody rules. Every society is full of rules, but I can tell you Pontoon is devoid of all that. You can do what you shagging well like because you're on your own, in your own patch, and it's huge. Our garden in Pontoon would be the equivalent of the entire end of this pool from here to the, so from one end of this complex to the other. And as you know, because I don't know if you saw it when we were up there, our pond would be, I'd say, a quarter the size of the pool here. So we have an extensive area to be ourselves, to appreciate our own genuine persona. I'm appreciating my own persona. The Thais here don't do that because they're all saving face and they're all keeping putting the best foot forward like we all do. But this is a bloody sanatorium. That's what it feels like to me. I really, really am at my wit's end with living in Bangkok under these circumstances. If I was loaded and had lots of money and could live in a penthouse apartment which is about 70 square meters or 100 square meters, it could be a different story. But under these circumstances, although it's luxurious, as you can see, everything becomes tedious after a while. Somebody actually said that this channel is becoming tedious. Well, you see, that's why I want to push the envelope. I'm gonna, as I said, this is the second video of this month, and this is the second day of this month, and I intend to produce a video every day for the month of August 2026. So here's our first offering. I don't want to be here. I'm tired of Thailand. I'm tired of Bangkok, and I want to be in Pontoon. And I haven't had a drop of drink because I was parched, and my older self would have taken that gin straight away and just stood. You can hear the kids playing in the pool. Just stood watching Harry having a good time in the pool, drinking me gin. You see, they, by the way, when I say they don't allow alcohol in the proximity of any part of this sanatorium, gin and lemon soda looks like water or lemonade, so you can get away with it. So there you go, lads. Still, I'm proving the fact that I am not an alcoholic, and you'll have to take my word for that, because I could go from here now. It's only 5:02, and I could go back to the condo and I could render myself into a state of inebriation. But you're just going to have to take my word for that. But you can take my word for this. I'm going to bring you back another wonderful video very soon. And make sure, if you haven't done so already, click the like button, the share button, subscribe button. Do all those wonderful things. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. I really, really don't want to be in that's a throwback to be Ireland. Bally this, bally that, Ballycock. I don't want to be in Bangkok anymore. I want to be in Pontoon. I'll see you soon, lads. Thanks for joining me.